Willie D Live.
What's up, family? There's a resurfaced clip that has prompted debate on whether Diddy threatened Wendy Williams' life back in the Gap. Now, you may or may not know that Diddy and Wendy Williams have a complex history marked by public feuds, reconciliations, and pointed commentary. Their contentious relationship began in the late 1990s when Wendy, then a radio host at Hot 97, publicly speculated about Diddy's sexuality, leading to her alleged firing, a claim later corroborated by his former bodyguard. Over the years, Wendy continued to criticize Diddy and remained outspoken in light of his trial. Now fans are watching clips from the 2017 appearance with renewed interest. Diddy spoke to Wendy about his documentary Can't Stop, Won't Stop. He explained the reason behind why he released the film, and it was to share a story with a happy ending for Black men and women. Wendy then mentioned her 16-year-old son, Kevin Hunt Jr., saying, and let me tell you something, as a mother of a now 16-year-old, and at that point, Diddy interrupted saying, who I met backstage. He's a great young man. And that caught Wendy off guard. She started stuttering and she's looking at the audience and going like, why is she doing that? Because Wendy suspects that Diddy is a homosexual man. Now, I see where they're going with this. I see where they're going. Because everybody kind of raised a collective eyebrow because, Wendy is very protective of her son, and she thinks that Diddy is the type of dude that, mess with boys. And so she got a problem with that. I get where she's going. At first, right off the rip, I really didn't think about it until people started talking about how these allegations from back in the day where she was accusing Diddy of being, gay. I could see it both ways. No, Diddy. I can see where Diddy, it was just an honest, comment, innocent comment. Then I could also see something a little bit more nefarious, shaping up here. The reason you can see it both ways is because I'm going to tell you something about Diddy. Diddy is a very charismatic guy. He's very charismatic. He's very charming. So the trip part about it is a lot of people who are accused of what Diddy is being accused of, not just doing, but being, are charismatic. Very charismatic. When you start thinking about all of these people, like the dude in the White House, and, well, he's charismatic. He's not charming. He's charismatic. But a lot of guys are charismatic, charming. Look at all of these pastors. I can't remember the pastor name right now. I'm sure you guys will remember, where he had all of these people following him. And when the FBI was closing in on him, he made all of them I think they took some type of pill, some type of poison they took. And they all committed suicide. It was a mass suicide. Really charismatic guys, right? Really charismatic. And when it comes to, the women, these men are often charming. So I'm sitting here watching the interview and I'm like, whoa, I know a few guys like that. And I'm talking about bad guys, really bad guys. Very charming, very charismatic. But you have to be to get people to follow you. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody who is charming and charismatic are evil. But you do have to have those qualities to get people to follow you. You do have to have those qualities to be a leader. At the very least, you have to be charismatic. You have to be charismatic. There are people like Diddy whose personal persona is vastly different from his public persona. And I'm sure the people, not sure, but I've heard people who know Diddy really, really good say, nah, y'all don't know him. Nah, that's a different dude. Nah, he's evil. He did this, he did that, he did that. But all we see is the other side of Diddy. Remember before that video came out of Diddy stomping on Cassie, how many people was giving Diddy the benefit of doubt, even though there was literally dozens of stories out there where Diddy treated people wrong, right? Where he had treated people wrongly, right? Dozens of stories out there. We've heard them all. Well, we haven't heard them all, but we've heard many, right? And we still was kind of like, don't know, don't really know, giving him the benefit of the doubt. Because after all, he's, what do you call himself? Love, Dr. Love or something? I can't remember. But anyway, Diddy was given the benefit of doubt many, many times. And Diddy was denying the allegations that he ever put hands on Cassie. He was denying it. And we didn't know what to believe because Diddy didn't have that type of persona. He didn't have a violent type of persona. Look at this Diddy, man. Diddy, take that. It's, all about the Benjamins, shiny suits, fun, smiling, words of affirmation, dropping the positive quotes on his IG, kicking it with his kids, a family man. We seeing all of this type of stuff. The moment that video came out, it was like, hold on, this motherfucker is a monster. Totally different from the public persona that we had come to know. So it's quite possible for a person to be very charismatic and charming, specifically a man right now. That's what I'm going to talk about right now, a man, to be charismatic and charming. To the family of the woman he's dating, he's the perfect guy. To outsiders, to friends, they look like the perfect couple. When he's around other people, when he's with his woman, he is a very nice guy, And everybody looks at this guy and goes like, damn, she's lucky. But behind closed doors, man, he going all upside this woman's head. He's a total different person. In public, around family, friends, he's very helpful. He's complimentary. He's generous. He's all of those things. But behind closed doors, boy, that woman, she catching the blues. I mean, he's a tyrant. He's hell on wheels, a monster. It's possible. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.